Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Breath of Fire 4. Last time, we got into the Astana Base, where things look a little familiar. Now, in case you forgot, you actually can use the diary to save and rest. So this actually is a decent place to level if you so choose. Once again, do not recommend you actually level here. But, yeah. As far as enemies go, there are no new enemies here. There are 2 new treasures. They're in the same spot as the treasures were in the dream sequence. And all of the enemies are the same. Oh, damn it. Although, at this point in the game, the enemies are not nearly as troublesome. Hopefully I don't sound too different. I actually am using a different microphone. Same brand of microphone and headset. It's just that what happened this morning was, for my job, I get up very, very early. I wake up about 4:30 in the morning and get ready. But anyway, it's dark and everything, and I accidentally stepped on my dog a little bit this morning, and I didn't hurt him. By the way, my dog is actually 11 years old today. Today is his birthday. You may remember that I actually had to put my other dogs to sleep due to several factors. One of them had cancer. The other one, he had hurt his back and was just old and back problems, and yeah. But anyway, my surviving dog, he's 11 today. But this morning I actually put my foot down and I stepped on his tail. And I don't think I hurt him. I mean, I wasn't wearing shoes or anything. But I startled him and he yelped, and I jumped back, lost my balance, fell, busted my ass. And what happened to be under my ass when I hit the ground happened to be my headset. So I have the pieces of my headset. So I went to the Walmart down here, and I got a new headset after work, and they did not have the same exact headset. Like I said, they have the same brand of headset, but they don't have the cheaper one. The headset I was using before cost about $20, and it's a really good headset. It's something Ear Force. But regardless, it's a really good headset. It's really soft on the ears. But the one I got now is because, and I got it specifically because they actually did not have the cheaper headset. Was the one I have now is like $60. So I'm hoping I don't do anything stupid like stand on it or anything. But although the only complaint I had with it is it did not have one of those little foam thingies on the end of the boom for the microphone, which really shat up the voice recording quality in my tests. And then I got the bright idea. I actually looked down at the pieces of my old microphone, and I jacked the little foam thing. What is that actually called? It's a pop filter? I guess it is kind of a basic pop filter. But anyway, I stuck it on the end of the boom for this thing, and it fits perfectly snugly and is wonderful. And this headset is actually really comfortable to wear. I've been wearing it for the past 3 hours now, and it fits perfectly over my ears. It's really nice. I like it a lot. Definitely would buy again. In case I didn't actually say this earlier, Yuna is actually a fox guy. He has a fox tail and fox ears, so yeah. Yeah, we've seen this all before. But one of the great things about this dungeon is the fact that they bait and switch you. You think, oh, well, we'll finally get to see what's behind this door. And why do all bad guys have the ability to teleport? Is it just like a requirement? Is it something they teach at villain school? Ah, we did get seen. But this right here, they kind of bait and switch you. You think you're going to get further in the dungeon, and you don't. You get caught, and it's pretty funny, actually. Yeah, we won't get to see what's in the bottom of this place for a very, very, very long time. Yeah, Yuna is... I think at one point he actually says he's a pacifist. So, like... meh. So he never, like, tries to fight you. Really? She's no longer with us? I think he knows a little more than he's letting on. Now then, get the fuck out of my base! And that ends Chapter 1 of Breath of Fire 4. And Nina is once again narrating the beginning of Chapter 2. We were chastened by the King of Ludia for acting without permission. I don't know. I mean, I guess I can kind of understand why they would put Cray on Tribunal, but at the same time, I have a really hard time swallowing the fact that they do this to Cray, because Cray is the leader of an entire nation of people. So it's like, if they do anything to him, it's going to start an internal war. While they're going to start an internal conflict while they are not even at peace with their normal foe. It's like, what is going through your brains? There are just really a lot of jerks in this game. There's a lot of jerks in this game that get away with it. I think that's one of the things that the major complaints that I've heard from everyone that plays this game. You really don't get to seek a lot of satisfaction from your foes in this game. Anyway, we'll grab that arm. Investigate that. You know, I mean, you get these people, they stand in your way, they do questionable things, and then like I said, you get no satisfaction one way or the other. I think that honestly could be another reoccurring theme for this game. Taking the long way around and not getting any freaking satisfaction. But anyway, this is Sias. Sias, my man, with his stutter. In the original Japanese version, I read somewhere that he actually has a drunken stammer instead of a stutter. So he's actually a drunken sort of sword master in the original Japanese version. He does join our party. He is a permanent party member. And he is a very good party member. This is Ludia. And the music here really, really, really depresses me. My 11-year-old dog is staring at me. But anyway, let's talk a bit about Sias. Mostly, Sias is a physical fighter. He does have decent spellcasting stats. He's got out of all the party members, I would say he has the third highest spellcasting stats. Not taking into account Urshan because she's such a late bloomer. But Nina, of course, wins hands down. I mean, that is just... No, wrong button. Wrong button. Square. I wanted to talk about his abilities. He does sort of suffer a bit from the... well, if you want to... Hold on, my dog is crying. Come here. I don't know what he wants. He's just sitting here staring at me like, why don't you love me? Okay, now he's laying on my chest. But anyway, Sias actually suffers from a similar problem that Ryu did in Breath of Fire 3, in that he has lots of really good healing abilities. Actually, he's not the best healer in your party. That is, of course, Nina. He is actually quite, he's equivocal to, in healing prowess, to about what Momo was in Breath of Fire 3. But, like I said, he suffers from a very similar problem as Breath of Fire 3 Ryu had with his healing spells, in that when it really matters, when you really need to heal, like boss battles, you want to save his AP for Shining Blade. Shining Blade is like stupidly good, and he learns it. It's one of his innate abilities. It is basically the same thing as Shadow Walk, and it makes him a amazing boss killer. He also knows some water magic, meaning that he is also useful for throwing out the occasional magical combo. Specifically, if you do wind, then water, you get lightning. Or if you do water, then earth, you get disaster magic. So, and disaster magic is basically mud, is what they all are. Yeah. That's pretty much Sias in a nutshell. He is a little faster than Ryu, but Ryu's a little more powerful. And they've got a similar defense, similar HP. Sias definitely has a little higher wisdom, but he also has actual spells to cast, so that's, you know. But for the most part, Sias is a physical fighter. Most of his swords have... Sias has the most two-hit weapons in the game. He has a lot of unique weapons that only he can equip that are two-hit, and most of them are two-hit. But he can equip most, if not all, the swords that Ryu can equip, with a few exceptions. I don't think he can equip the Guking sword, and I know he can equip Ryu's, and he can equip the Dragon Blade and a few other weapons. But for the most part, anything that Ryu can equip, Sias can equip, and but it's not really vice versa. Actually, I'm going to put a glass domino on him. So yeah, that's Sias. Let's talk a bit about the town of Ludia. We're just walking around, dude. Okay, I went through that a little too fast. He was asking why we were out of the house we were in. You actually can leave Ludia at this point, and I might actually do that real fast, just so I could talk a bit about fishing, because I meant to do this a while ago. But I never really ran into a Manila merchant, and there happens to be a Manila merchant when you leave Ludia and go up here to Shide. Shide is a town that does not become relevant for a very, very long time, but it's here, I guess, partly because there is the Manila merchant here. And you also, if you talk to I'm not going to talk to anybody here, by the way. Like I said, you're not really directed to come here just yet, but I am going to talk to this guy and trade our treasure for the bronze ball. This guy right here